So this is a book called Theory and Harmony by Joe Deneen and Mark Bridges. This is the section called Basics. The first bit here is called Scales, and the video died yesterday, so I'm going to try again and pull Simon there. This is called Scales. The first one says chromatic scale. A scale is literally any consecutive series of pitches. So that was like... although consecutive would be next to each other, I'd imagine. I don't know. Although the number of scales in music is only limited by one's imagination and creativity, the scales that we describe in this book are the most common. Chromatic scale. The chromatic scale is a scale with all 12 notes in an octave, arranged in consecutive upward and downward half-step order. Half-step was semitones. The chromatic scale is a scale with all 12 notes in an octave, which is C to C or C to C or C to C or etc. Arranged in consecutive upward or downwards half-step order. As a rule of thumb, sharps are used when the scale is ascending, going up, and flats are used when it is descending. The G clef is up here, so going up is C, and going down from C, from, half steps it's calling it, so semitone to semitone, picture of them there, page 13, F clef. G clef is this up clef for this right hand. F clef is for this left hand. It's down here, which is going up and going descending, going down. The chromatic scale has that effect of being right next to each other, which is semitones, like falling or rising. Diatonic scales. A diatonic scale is a series of consecutive half steps and whole steps in alphabetic sequence that uses all 7 note names: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C again. The particular pattern of steps determines the type of scale. The pattern is consistent from octave to octave. There are 2 diatonic scales that are in common use: the major scale, diatonic scale, and the minor diatonic scale. The major diatonic scale and the minor diatonic scale. The major scale is a series of 8 pitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 8th being the same note name as the first, but an octave up. All major scales are constructed using the following interval pattern: WWH, WWWH, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Whole, 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 half, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Whole, no. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Regardless of what note the scale begins on, the pattern of half steps and whole steps is always the same. So F was whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. A was whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Another way of viewing the major scale structure is to see it as a scale where there is a half step between steps 3 and 4 and a half step between steps 7 and 8. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All other steps are whole steps. A major scale does not have to begin on the note name of the scale. In other words, the C major scale does not have to start on C and end on C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This is sometimes a point of confusion to the beginning theory student. A major scale can start on any note within the scale as long as the major scale pattern WWH, WWWH is maintained. C major scale starting on D. Whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole. Whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole. C major scale starting on E. Half, whole, 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 half, whole, whole. That means the next one would be whole, no. Whole, 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 half, whole, whole, half. A diatonic scale is a series of consecutive half steps and whole steps in alphabetic sequence. C major scale. C major scale starting on D. So it says scales chromatic, which is the one that's really close together and sounds like the Pink Panther. And the other one is diatonic scales, a major scale with the whole, no, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And then the next page is minor scales, which is a minor scale is a series of 8 pitches, the 8th being the same note as the first but an octave up again. So C is C. There are 3 forms of the minor scale: a natural minor scale, a harmonic minor scale and a melodic minor scale. The natural minor scale, the scale pattern for the natural minor scale is WH, WWH, WW, where H equals half step or a semitone and W equals whole step or a whole tone. WH, WWH, W, W, WH, natural minor scale sounds more minor, whereas the major sounds more positive and bright. Oh, no. It says A natural minor scale. A natural, so this is A natural. Whole, half, whole, whole. What? Half. Whole, half. Whole. Oh no. Whole, half. Whole, half. Whole. So a natural minor scale looks a bit like that. Whole, half, whole, half, whole. And it relates to the variations within the major scale when it's played on different places within the C major scale. The scale pattern for the natural minor scale is whole, half, whole, half, whole. Natural minor scale. Harmonic minor scale. The harmonic minor scale is identical to the natural minor, with the exception that the 7th degree of the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the G in the A scale, is raised to a G sharp going up a semitone. This creates a 1.5 step gap, or a minor third interval, 1, 2, 3, between the 6th and 7th degrees. Which is the one I know, which is the Egyptian sound. Classic mummy type of tune. A harmonic minor scale. Harmonic and a natural minor scale. Harmonic. Natural minor scale, harmonic minor scale, and the last one on here is a melodic minor scale. The melodic minor scale is the most unique of the minor scales. It uses one interval pattern when ascending, going up, and another when descending, going down. The ascending pattern is identical to the natural minor, but with raised 6th and 7th degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's the F and the G within the A scale. Ascending is raised 6th and 7th degrees, so it starts off minor and ends major. So it says WH, WWWWH, WH, WWWWH, WH, WWWWH. The descending pattern of the melodic minor scale is the same as that of the natural minor scale. W, H, W, W, H, W, W. W, 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 H, W, W, H, W. When only, so the ascending going up is the one that goes from minor to major, and going down is minor to minor. Major. When only the ascending pattern is used in a song or a piece of music, the scale is sometimes called the jazz melodic minor scale, going up only. Nope. Jazz melodic minor scale is going up only. Minor to major, minor to major. And a melodic minor scale without the jazz is going from minor to major to minor to minor, minor to major to minor to minor. And that is scales with chromatic really close to each other, like the Pink Panther. And then diatonic scales is a major scale and a minor scale. Major scale is 1. Oh, major scale, like the ones above that begin and end on other than the note name, which would be C and C. So if it would be a D, E, F, G, A or B within the C, they are known as modes. Major mode scales, major scale modes, modes. Major scale of C. Mode of C starting on E. Starting on G. So major scale with the modes, and then minor scale with the natural minor scale, the harmonic minor scale, and the melodic minor scale, and a jazz melodic minor scale.